Good afternoon, my dear friends. You all know about the animals, but today we shall be discussing about the scheme and the outline or the concept blueprint of the entire animal kingdom classification. So, if I go step by step, we know all that the animals are multicellular, mandatorily, they are multicellular, non-photosynthetic creature, and at the same time, they have the property of either cellular level of organization or you can say tissue or organ. They have a complete digestive system, and on the basis of symmetry and certain points, like you know that they either have a coordination system, either endocrine system or the neural system. So the basis of fundamental classification of animals are either their parazoans or their eumetazoans. If the creature like sponges, Sycon gelatinosum, you can name the scientific name of those sponges, freshwater sponges, spongilla. You can see in their body cavity there is a spongocell, or that spongocell is also known as paragastric cavity. Now the word para is now here, parazoa, that means they don't have any digestive system. In place of that, they have a paragastric cavity. But in case of eumetazoans, like the word eu means true. So eumetazoans have a better concept of a digestive system, and that is being subdivided into radiata and bilateria. That means first we take the cellular level of organization. So if they have a only cellular level of organization, that means cells are not making any tissue, just a clump of cell like porocyte, choanocyte, Kohler cells like that. So they are creating the parazoa. So parazoa or the poriferans, known as the blind offshoot of the evolutionary scales, you can say. There is no further evolution. This eumetazoans or true meta means the multicellular creature subdivided on the basis of the symmetry. Either they are having a radial symmetry or bilateral symmetry. If the creatures are organic like starfish, it is advantageous to having radial symmetry or pentamerous symmetry, so that they can move in a multiple direction and they could be protected by the predators. So radiata having a radial symmetry, you can see the examples. Coelenterates having the coelenterone cavity, and the ctenophores. You can see the beautiful diagrams of the ctenophores in the textbook and the Wikipedia also and YouTube's. They are bioluminescent. They produce the bioluminescent or fluorescent color from like a shining proteins, like green fluorescent protein, due to the presence of those kind of bright proteins. Bilateria again subdivided into three categories: coelomate, acoelomate, and pseudocoelomate. That means in the during the course of development and evolution, coelom is a body cavity. It is not your something like your buccal cavity or abdominal cavity. It is the body cavity that is filled with the coelomic fluid, and most importantly, this cavity in the body is surrounded by the mesodermal. Like if you have the ectoderm and if you have the this one endoderm, in between these two space you have a this space. I can show you this way with this light. This space, that is the mesodermal. Now some cavities are there that is lined by the mesodermal cells called peritoneum. So if this small cavity is lined by the mesodermal cells, that cavity is known as a coelom. There is an evolutionary significance of having this coelom. We shall be talking about this coelom in a later and further videos. So either they have a true coelom, that means they are properly surrounded by the peritoneum or the mesodermal derivative cells. Those are coelomate. If they don't have any coelom, called acoelomate, or if they have only the cavity, simple cavity, but there is a no lining, no mesodermal lining, that is known as the pseudocoelomate. As you know, the ascaris, ascalmenthes, roundworm, they are pseudocoelomate creature. Acoelomate and coelomate. Again, you can subdivide the coelomate into two different parts: schizocoelomate and you can see here enterocoelomate. Enteron, the word enteron means the like archenteron, is a cavity that is properly lined by the mesodermal cells. The word schizo means split. As you have heard about the disease schizophrenia. Schizo means split, phrenia means a mind. So split mind. Similarly, coelom, if coelom is split, if the coelom is originated by the splitting of mesoderm. So if it is pinching off and splitting, that is known as a schizocoelomate. Annelids, arthropod and mollusks, these three phylum are have a common ancestry and they are diverging from the schizocoelomate pre-ancestor. In the same way, enterocoelomates or true coelomates or eucoelomate, where there is a no splitting, like we have that one, echinoderms, hemichordates and chordates. So if you go to the evolutionist scales, we are very close to the echinoderms as we are both enterocoelomates, we are not schizocoelomate. Similarly, again the chordates, those are enterocoelomate split into three different categories. One is the cephalochordates, urochordates and vertebrates. The protochordates are a mandatorily marine creature. Protochordates simply means you have two groups, cephalochordates and urochordates. Cephalo means the head, means their notochord is moving towards the brain, cephalomane brain, and urochordates are mostly marine protochordates, you can say. Those shows the presence of notochord only in the larval stage, correct? In case of vertebrates, where the notochords is replaced by the small fragments of bones like the vertebral column to protect the spinal cord, and that is vertebrates again subdivided into the gnathostomes and agnathons, just the basis of the jaw bones. So agnatha and gnathostomes. So A means without, so there is a no jaw bones and with jaw bones. The gnathostomes again further subdivided into pieces and tetrapods. Why this is? Because either these gnathostomes, they contain fins or limbs. So in the presence of fins, they can easily cope up with the marine environment. So pieces with fins, gnathostomes, those are subdivided into chondrichthyes and ostrichthyes, you know, the bony fish and cartilaginous fishes. Again tetrapods, those who containing the limbs, but in case of snakes, that limbs is you know, during the course of evolution this is lost due to their different mode of habitat, like locomotion, you can say. So tetra means 4. Tetrapods again subdivided into amphibia, reptiles, aves, whatever you pronounce, and mammals. So we are all mammals. So this is the basic outline of the classification, and I want you to know that this is the basic fundamental scheme that we need to follow. Either they are having the jaw bones depending on the symmetry. Now you can see where there is a cellular level of organization. Now in the coming videos we will be discussing the details each and every group, but this is the fundamental outline by which we classify the creature depending on their symmetry, coelom, the presence of limbs or fins, like that. So I think it will help you to understand the blueprint of the entire chapter. Now later on, whenever you are studying these things, you put the points of ctenophores, cylinderids with this frame. I hope it will help you. Thank you for the listening.